Hey everybody. All right. So thanks for coming to the meeting today. Switch things up a bit, and Simon is doing a hangout today. So thanks, Simon. For some reason my mouse isn't working. Simon, do you have access to the agenda?
I do.
Just review those two events I think that we have coming up.
So we have the Blind Boys of Alabama event, and they're coming to the roof at the Durham Hotel, which is downtown, and they're performing. And it's hosted by a Duke professor. He's a professor in African and African American studies. I think it's Mark. Let's see, Mark. Not his name, but I can check real fast. Mark Anthony Neal, so Dr. Neal, and yeah, it's happening on Tuesday, November 14th, from 12 to 1, and all the info has been sent out in like a reminder email. So if you need the address and the RSVP info, it's all on the email.
So do they have accessibility information on the Facebook page for that?
I don't think they do, but
don't they? I mean, they should if it's access.
The info is on.
You can just do a quick check for that.
Yeah, I'm checking real fast. It's about. Where would it be on the Facebook page?
I mean, it would probably be like right up there. Like, again, because like we got this information about this event from Arts Access Inc. So they're an organization that promotes arts access in the community. So obviously they should be, they should have the information somewhere.
I mean,
and if we can't find it, well, we can certainly ask for it.
Yeah, we should ask. Oh, there's a map. Oh no. Well, it's the map shows the hotel, and I don't know if the hotel provides accessibility information. It's the Durham Hotel, so
yeah, I wonder.
And the roof is like right in the lobby.
It's like
ironically, it's not the roof.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, that's. So I mean, the only accessibility info should be parking, I guess. Right. So accessible parking.
So it doesn't really say on the map where you can find it.
I can check.
Because then when we'll have to respond, obviously, to Betsy thanking her for sending us the information. So when we do that, we can ask about parking.
Hotel rooftop.
Yeah.
Hi, DT. How are you? Okay?
Hi, DT.
Good.
So it doesn't look like it's super easily accessible. So like it's hard not super easy to find that information. So we can just
for the Durham Hotel.
Like for the parking.
For parking for the Durham
Yeah.
Hotel. I always end up on the street like a block away, so I don't actually even know.
Yeah. So we'll definitely ask her about that. So we can let's just go ahead and review the other event.
So we'll send out the accessibility info before the event, definitely.
Yeah.
I've already sent out all the ticket and RSVP information. It's free. So
yeah, that's great.
Unless you want food, because then it's not free.
Yeah, we looked on that.
Yeah, Robbie called the Blind Boys of Alabama listening lunch.
So
okay.
So then the next thing is that there's one more event left in the Invisible Wounds series. I believe. So just
veterans.
I think there's more than one left.
More than one?
There's a few left, actually.
It goes through the 17th. There's one on Sunday. That's tomorrow. I don't remember what time. but it's the intergenerational conversation with veterans.
Okay.
So hang on, I'm on the website now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go on the website. Do you know how to present your screen settings?
I can. Yes, I can.
Meanings of military service, an intergenerational conversation tomorrow from 2 to 3 in the Jameson Gallery.
They're the same. They're all in the same place. Looks like. Basically, just right around the exhibition.
Not all of them. There is an event on the 15th from 4 to 5 p.m. on West Campus in Old Chem. That's the Forum for Scholars and Publics. That's where they typically have events.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I liked Friedel a lot, though.
Yeah, it's great. I don't think it can actually make the 15th because don't we have class that day? Is that a Wednesday? Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
that's just you guys for your writing.
Yeah.
Just the people that are in
Oh,
the
Right.
writing class. But
3 of us. have,
Three of us.
Class at 1. You guys could make it. I can't because I teach until.
yeah, and then people that are watching.
This
might be
is
able to-
interpreting.
Okay, yeah. So it's November 15th, interpreting and diagnosing war-related trauma, from
Oh,
4
cool.
to 5 p.m. on Wednesday. That's the 15th, and it's in Old Chem 011.
And there's accessibility info on the website. We'll send that out.
Is
in
there
our
a
recap
map of
email.
Old Chem and everything up there? Or?
Yep, there's
Which
map
one are we
directions and
looking at?
accessibility info. We're looking at the Veterans Conference website for Invisible Wounds. We talked about last week. It's already had a couple of events. There's 3 more.
I'm really mad I couldn't go to yesterday, and though I said I could, but of course, this is the week our class let out late, so.
Oh,
How was
Hmm.
it?
it was good. Yeah. we
It's
had a
very enjoyable.
turnout. They recorded it, so we'll be able to share that eventually.
Okay. So
They just have to do some editing, and I don't know
Right.
how long that will take, but they will get it to us when they can.
yeah, and then we can send that out. Too.
Yeah.
And then there's the exhibit closing event, and that's military experience and performing arts.
Mhm. You should go
So
to that.
yeah, I was thinking of
Yes.
that especially. But if you're interested in that, you should definitely go. It's on Friday, next Friday, and from 5:30 to 7:30, and back in the Friedel building. So yeah.
This one looks really fun. There's going to be refreshments. There's an MC, scholar and performer Sunny Kelly, and the panel is about song, dance, and the spoken word. Actress, dancer, a singer-songwriter, and a poet playwright.
Wow.
So, very cool.
So that's the 14th, the 15th, and the 17th. So there are 3 more of them.
Nope,
Yep.
the 12th, the 15th,
Oh,
and
sorry.
the 17th.
Sorry.
12th, yeah.
12th.
12th will be tomorrow.
Yep.
Just so people don't miss that if they want to.
All right. So I think those are all the upcoming events that we know about.
So back to
I'm trying to join the Hangout myself,
Mhm.
but my computer's not. I think the
we can
next-
move on to the accessibility survey.
Yeah, so I think the next thing on the agenda was the accessibility survey. I know you guys aren't done with that yet, but I wanted to.
Yeah.
If there's anything you guys feel like sharing about that?
Yeah, I kind of did want to talk through just the general idea. So Maddie and I started it. I actually want to share Deepti on this
Yeah,
document.
that'd be great.
Can you
and
tell me-
I just realized I forgot to bring the paper that Carla handed out at the meeting, but.
Do you have a Gmail account?
Yeah,
Okay, what's your email address?
I can type it in.
Okay, so yeah, invite
With my
yourself
entire name.
to collaborate on that, and then you can. So generally, we want to have a little paragraph at the top, just kind of saying what accessibility is and how it goes beyond like physical spaces and it goes beyond mobility impairments, so that people are thinking generally about the culture of the campus, its messages of being welcoming or sometimes exclusive. And so we want this to be, I mean, it's really challenging to make it both really thorough and really short. but that's what we're trying for. So we're gonna have a kind of mix of like multiple choice and then longer form responses so that people can kind of do longer form for the ones that apply to their situation. I was going to start it off by having so we're gonna have a little paragraph kind of setting the tone at the top, and then the person can identify themselves as a student, graduate student, faculty member, or staff member. And then we have an other category for if somebody's like a community member or a family member or something like that, someone that is part of the community. And I wanted to get you guys feedback on this. I asked a question because I want people to give us more identifiers about themselves. So the way I've phrased it right now is what kind of disabilities, challenges, or lifestyle differences have an effect on your interactions with your environment? Select all that apply. And then it's multiple choice. Well, it's not multiple choice. It's a checkbox list. And it goes mobility impairment, visual impairment, hearing impairment, primary language is not English, fatigue or chronic pain condition, depression or anxiety, temporary injury, learning difference, dyslexia, environmental sensitivity, dietary restrictions, whether by choice or allergy, asthma, age. This could keep going.
Yeah.
But I just kind of wanted to get you guys' sense of it because I do want there to be, I think that this question kind of works in two different ways. First, it tells us about the person that's taking the survey, but then it also gets everybody thinking about all the different ways that a person might be affected. You know what I mean? That all of the different things that might, beyond mobility impairments, have an effect on somebody's interaction with the environment. So this is kind of like got a little bit of an educational component, but it's also a little uncomfortable. Yeah. So I just wanted to see what you guys think of it. And
so is this on our drive?
No, I've only shared it with Maddie, DT. If you want, I can add you guys as collaborators.
Yeah.
But this is how it looks. It's like a checklist, and I only did this for like 5 minutes, so I can give it more thought in terms of how things are arranged on here and what else I include.
So I think one thing you should probably do is that like something like learning difference and dyslexia, like those can be like grouped into like learning disability. And so like say like if someone were to check like learning disability, then you can have it expand only for that. Like have them like.
So do you know how to do that in Google Forms?
I'm not really sure how you could do that, but
so things like in bubbles? I don't know. Because like with something like dyslexia, some people wouldn't see that as a learning disability. They would see that as a visual difference. And other people do see it as, you know what I mean? Right. So I kind of want that to be by itself. I don't know.
I do appreciate them individually as well. I mean, I feel like without if we keep grouping out of this forms, like kind of lets everybody
and nobody's gonna see all of the, you know what I mean? I want them to get a sense of just how many ways a person can.
I think it's good. I think it's a good way to show people how many things can affect their daily lives.
And I initially thought I would ask, do you have a disability? But no, because then they're just going to say no, but they might have any of these other things that aren't really disabling, but do have an effect on, you know what I mean? It's like migraine or something.
Everyone has like an individual definition of disability.
So then I said, what kinds of disabilities, challenges, or lifestyle differences have an effect? And I did want to include like foreign language stuff too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. And then after that, we haven't really finished.
And so if we put kind of like depression and anxiety in like the same category as primary language is not English, like I don't know, I feel like there are different weights attached to them, so kind of grouping them all in one question, like I don't know how people would respond to that.
We could note that like these are not ordered in any specific way or in any specific.
No, I get that because like some people might feel like this is like a medical chart where you're, you know what I mean, where you just want to check no to as many things as possible because you want to be like, oh, I don't have any of these. But so how can we kind of destigmatize them within the form? If if anyone has any feedback on how to do that.
I mean,
But
I think
and
that,
I like that you included it in the first place because like I talk to some international students sometimes and like they feel like they're treated differently or the way people react to them is different because of their accent.
Definitely. Yeah, I've had students say that to me a lot. And like I also think it's just the way that things are labeled and kind of organized and just like that kind of gets to the information aspect of accessibility. So things like our websites and how easy is it to get translations and so on and so forth, which I get that most students that go here have to get, they have to reach a certain level of proficiency in English, but that's not the same for staff, and that's not the same for visitors to our campus, so then there could be access barriers with our web spaces because of language that might also be worth thinking about, so.
I don't think about it.
Shoot. Ashley's confused. She thought the meeting was at 4. I'm just gonna text her back.
yeah, so I think, I mean, of course, the consequence is the longer you make the survey, like if you do have a long list of things, like the fewer people, like less people are likely to actually take the survey. But on the other hand, those people that would not want to take a long survey are kind of not the people that would have a lot to say. Right?
How about if I change the language to, instead of like what kinds of disabilities, what if I just said,
what do you identify as having?
There are many things that might affect a person's interaction with their environment. Check all that apply to you. And then I didn't have the word disability in there.
True.
Okay. All right, let's do it that way. Many.
Yeah, if we even like just exclude the word disability.
Yeah.
It's like gives us a real, like their real genuine response without the bias they have towards whatever they think disability means.
Okay.
And that will give us, I guess a more candid response.
Okay.
You have like sexual orientation on there.
Nope, but that should be added. Yeah.
There are a lot of like sexual assaults who are rated.
Yeah.
Various different. I mean, it also it almost becomes more of like an identity.
Yeah.
Survey sort of.
Yeah. So it's like, are we going to for making this like an identity survey? Because like things can. There are things that like. I don't know how to phrase this. Like, there are things that affect your environment, but how much you associate that with your identity may be different.
Mm-hmm.
Because like a disability is traditionally defined as like something that affects the way that you interact with the world or something that to that effect, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess all these other categories certainly do affect the way that you interact with the world, but would they still be considered a disability? Like,
so this isn't just about disability, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's about accessibility.
Yeah. So I think we can. I think we can just go ahead and say that our goal is.
The word I use right now literally is things. Like there are many kinds of things that affect a person's interactions with their environment. Please check it all that apply to you, and then I'm gonna change the order so that I don't know. I'll just change the order so it's a little bit more random, but I can also I don't know.
You can also randomize the order itself.
Yeah, you can just do that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you like every time you opens the survey,
it's randomized. Yeah.
Huh. How do you do that?
You should be able to, or maybe it's just multiple choice. I'm not sure.
I have it under checkboxes right now.
So if you go to like options.
Where's that?
Or like click out of that list maybe, and like scroll down.
That's the bottom.
Wait. Oh yeah. So go to the bottom of the question, and then click on the 3 dots.
Oh. Description.
Shuffle option.
Did it do it?
Well, so it'll like
just
every
do it every
time
time?
every time someone opens a survey, the answers will appear in a different order.
Okay.
May I ask a question? And please tell me if I'm going too far. But how do you get into West Union? Because sometimes even I struggle to open the door.
Yeah. So I get in. So at like the chapel circle, they have a ramp going in. So I go in the back. Like maybe. So like.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, I mean, this survey's going to need more time, so I'll be working on it and just.
Do you maybe just want to run through like what this survey is going to include? Because we may have done that last time, but.
Yeah. So I figured we'd start with physical accessibility, like entrances and elevator, like the obvious stuff that people do think about, and then maybe a question on bathrooms. And then I was kind of thinking about moving from that to feeling included in the classroom and like their learning needs are being met, and they're getting the accommodations they need from their professors and from residential life and all of that stuff. And then I was gonna go through like food, gym spaces or like exercise spaces.
maybe like public performance spaces, or
Yeah.
like stadiums, maybe.
Yeah. Well, I feel like that all goes under physical spaces.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, and if I can
So-
keep it short, if I can group things together more broadly, like that's, and then like maybe transportation and parking, and then like a kind of a final question on just like general environmental ambiance, things like lighting and furniture and distances.
Would that go under public spaces or?
Well, it is, but it's not just physical access. It's like your comfort level in the space once you're there. If that makes sense.
So when you talk about like spaces, like you're talking about mostly about physical accessibility, and then you would talk about other stuff in a separate.
Environmental stuff. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. These would each be like questions that I think. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. Like right now, I have a kind of yes/no thing for have you experienced difficulty accessing spaces, and then like a long form essay like response where they can detail whatever difficulties. And then I was thinking maybe I'd do that for each category, just a yes/no, and then tell us about it, if that makes sense. And then if they select no for a bunch of them, then they don't have to do as much work. But it also educates them about just how access is broader.
Because what we could also do is like roll out the survey in like a limited fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Got like maybe like 10 or so. Like maybe have your students respond to the survey or something, and like have some sort of sample, and then see like what the responses are to that, and then modify it.
So to edit. Yeah, this is exactly what I would have been telling my students last semester when I was doing that accessibility, or when I was doing that activism project. Get a sample audience, test your projects, and then revise it. Yeah, I feel bad though because my students have already done a free write on accessibility, and then I don't want them to have to do the survey like twice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Well,
if I give them the draft version of it, then I would also want to give them the final draft and just give them a lot to put on them. So maybe we can be the test case, the starting board.
Yeah, perhaps. Or I can find like. Because the survey would be open to like basically anybody that's interacted with Duke at all.
Yeah.
So like I could get like my parents
Exactly.
to do it.
Yeah, that's why I have this other option.
I feel like parents would have a lot to say about parking.
Yeah, everybody would have a lot to say about parking. Definitely one specific one for parking. Although I don't know. What are we asking for?
Like what I guess, and just to keep it focused, which part of accessibility would we want to?
I mean, I think the survey would be more geared towards people that have like needs that go beyond like typical needs.
Yeah.
As far as the like parking stuff, like I think everybody at Duke struggles with parking, but like what we want to capture is like those people who have like a need, more of a need for parking or a need for special parking. Like what is their experience?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. And like the buses and so like definitely having a question on transportation.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like if we wanted to be targeted in what we're hoping to accomplish with this, I think we should prioritize physical accessibility and then classroom, accommodations.
Yeah.
Those should be, well, yeah, physical accessibility including residential life and then classroom accommodations. So maybe, I don't know. I kind of want to get a survey that gets all the information, and then we strategically try to use those two areas with administration when we share these results.
Because we can also do like social interaction.
Yeah.
And like how does someone's identity affect?
Oh my God, I forgot a huge one. Healthcare.
Oh yes.
Healthcare, CAPS, psychological healthcare, everything like that.
Do we want to include income too then?
Income?
Like
parental income,
as far as one of the
Does
categories.
that have an
like,
impact on your access to healthcare?
I mean, I think, well, it certainly has an
Because you
impact
guys
on,
are covered under your parents until
Because it
26.
certainly has an impact on your identity, I think. So
Yeah.
especially for the first question, we want to include socioeconomic status.
Oh my God. Yeah, I
But
absolutely
you
want
could
to
like prefer not to answer as well. I mean, just
Well, basically
I'm just
check
gonna
all
say
that you
low.
feel comfortable checking. Like if you
Low.
don't feel comfortable
Right.
like talking about.
I'm going to put low income. I'm not calling it socioeconomic status because everybody has a socioeconomic status,
oh, so
Low
it's
income is
in the first,
specific
yeah, okay.
disadvantage.
I see. It's an option on
Yeah.
that question. I suppose to the
Yeah,
second
it's an option in the big things question.
Another thing you could do is just shorten the questions instead of being separately. Have you experienced difficulty accessing spaces physically, and then having like 5 or 7 different questions like this? You could have
How you
one question where you have all the different options and
Oh.
you select which ones.
That's good.
And you can also have it where you can go to a certain section based on your answer.
Mhm.
So if you could like automatically direct them to the questions that apply to them
So you
based
can
on their
That's a
answer.
good idea.
so you can do that through Google Forms or like okay, cool. Yeah, because that
What?
definitely helps.
Because
What
then they won't
areas-
see the whole long thing and then just.
And I mean,
Yeah.
they can certainly look through that if they would like to, but like they don't. If you're thinking about like time, it's really faster to just get to the questions that you have.
Areas of campus life
Okay, you want to
have
try
you
doing your
found?
camera? Your front camera?
So the thing
Have
is,
you
normally we would
experienced
send
access
out.
barriers?
Normally we would send out the link to what course. So like, you invite people
I
to
don't know how
hang
to
out.
even phrase this
Mhm.
because like access barriers is specific and people might not know what that means, but like feel like they can't say yes to that.
You haven't been. Oh, you haven't been in here yet.
Challenges.
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
that I would normally.
Awesome. Oh, I emailed them the YouTube link. What does that do?
So that's just so that they can see the video.
See what video?
Like this. Like they see the live stream. They can interact with it.
Accessibility.
Ah,
Oh, this is so good. I love this idea.
Definitely send this.
well, I think that should
Send this
be.
to exec because Ashley wants to see it.
Well, we do have 2 viewers right now.
Who do we have?
We're viewers, but we can't see the viewers. I wonder if they can chat
Because
with
Ashley's
us.
viewing, but she wants to join us.
Oh, so she can chat but not join. Okay,
So-
I will send this to exec.
So yeah, send this to exec because we don't want to spam PDA with another email.
Yeah.
Sorry. So sorry, what were you saying about the survey?
Oh, just doing what Maddie suggested.
Okay. Okay, great,
Making a
great.
checklist so that it's broken down here. So physical accessibility, getting my learning needs met, parking and transportation, healthcare, dining, residential life, and what would you call the gym stuff? Exercise life, athletics,
Recreational.
recreational facilities.
That would be different from physical.
Yeah, because it's like specific to your own, like maintaining your health. It's like universal design philosophy is that like for a space to be fully universally designed, it has to have like good access to a variety of like food options and good close proximity to exercise options and stuff like that. It's all it's about everything body needs to maintain. Okay. Yeah.
I have sent out the email.
So, and then are you able to see in there what Ashley is putting on the chat?
We do have a chat. I do have a chat here. Sorry, we're working at the King's Instead.
Wait, go back to, just go back to where you were. I just want to see what's there.
Is Ashley typing in the chat?
Yeah, she's typing in the chat like this.
Oh, I have to make this required. Wait. What does required mean?
Required means you have to fill it out, otherwise you can't submit the survey.
Okay, so they have to make everything, right? I should make the top things required and then the other things not required. Yeah.
Like the long form stuff, you probably don't want to make that required.
No. Definitely not. I was just wondering if this is how I organize it, the way Maddie was saying. How do I then get it so that like each checkbox flows into its own area of the survey?
There you go. Now you have 2 sections.
This is glad to see me
Did you do that?
retrospectively.
Oh, what did you just do? Oh,
It's 2 sections.
because I selected required? Or why?
No, I just added a section, but I didn't know what I was doing.
And then no, that's good because
No.
then, oh no.
And then
Oh, great.
You have your description. Oh my goodness, what happened now? Oh, okay.
Alright.
I liked that. The second section was actually kind of useful because they did say, like introductory section, and you could have, or you could just have it all one.
Do you want to prop it up?
Yeah, no, what I wanted to get is like, I want this third question. What area does that have to challenges to lead to 1, 2, 3, 4?
Alright, so guys, we're filming now if you don't want to be seen. Alright, are we all good?
You're fine.
I think I can see Maddie and I can see Davey in the shot now. Alright, here we go. And we have Ashley with us as well. Finally, sorry about the technological difficulties.
After
This is gonna- okay.
was the
Totally.
option at the bottom of the No, like the option that said like you can
Setting down the speed. Perfect. Sorry for the technical difficulties. Hi, Ashley.
Yeah, all I see is description, response validation, and shuffle option order. Well, what did I just do?
Do you have your volume up? Do you want me to turn my volume up?
Oh,
I have my volume up.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's.
Googling how to use Google Forms.
I think Ashley did post in the Facebook page. I think she had 2 recommendations. Let me see if she. Can you hear us? Okay, Ashley. I don't think we can really hear you. Okay, yeah, because I'm muted, but Simon is not. So.
I am not muted. But
Are your settings okay? Like your speakers?
yeah, they should be fine. I will turn my volume up.
Oh, I see it. Here are a few thoughts. Are there resources online? So Ashley, I am going to comment because we are using something as inspiration. It's the same thing I shared with Danielle when she became our student assistant for the DAI. So,